German, it's called Rogenbogen slang.
Yep.
That Dutch?
That's Dutch, I think.
One of the joys is seeing it localized in 11 languages. But anywho.
In French, it was Super Undulator, which is still pretty awesome.
But in English, it's Rainbow Snake Time.
One of the neat things about Rainbow Snake Time was, like everything else that we've ever done as a team, it starts off as a very, very simple idea. It was just going to be there's a pipe and there's fish, and you tap on them, it's static, and that unclogs the pipe. But in a very typical fashion of us, we turned it into this. And this was really cool because Brian and I worked together really closely on this one to end up with a very psychedelic game.
I think we were playing a lot of Rainbow Unicorn Attacks at the time.
Yes.
And since this is a strategy type conversation, you should tell them about some of the hidden scoring potential.
Oh, yeah. Before we jump in, while we jump in.
Sorry.
Wait, there's a pause button. See, that's a pause button.
Perfect. Well, this gives us a chance to look at the screen right away. So first of all, there's a subliminal message of feed me. So this snake...
It's cleverly hidden on the screen. If you look closely, the background will turn to the shape feed me.
You would be surprised how many people don't notice text that's put right in front of them.
This is true.
So feed me basically means feed the snake. So there's interesting things we have here. So we have like green fish, there will be blue fish. There's these angry electric things, which I wouldn't want to eat, and I'm pretty sure the snake wouldn't want to eat.
Those are Hopas, by the way.
Hopas.
Aren't those like hidden object?
Puzzle Adventures.
Puzzle Adventures.
Yeah.
There's happy Hopas, sad Hopas, electric Hopas.
Like one of these.
So
those guys are just a
Angry
pain.
Hopas.
So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take these Hopas and just fling them away from you. Pay attention to where you fling them.
wait, this is important to mention. So when we were talking about this flinging, remember Brian pulled out coins and he's like, remember like being a kid in school and you're flipping coins back and forth? So if you play this like you're flipping pennies at each other in school, you're gonna do
Did
good.
other people do that? Like you set up the
I
coins
threw
and you
them
try
at,
and...
threw them at
I used Pogs, which were kind of similar, but larger and made of cardboard.
Remember Tiddlywinks?
Yeah, it's all like that. So anyways, pay attention to the direction you hurl your Hopas. Behind you, they explode bigger. Vertically...
Behind the rainbow snake, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, but hit the rainbow snake once.
Yeah. Oh, you electrocute
So-
yourself. Why would you do that?
That should be pretty clear. Oh, and also there's another subliminal message here, hidden cleverly on the screen.
Tap, tap, tap.
This actually didn't pause for the first month of development on this, and we realized that every single person that wasn't on the team that played it immediately was defeated by the first wall.
So this way we give them a while to understand the subliminal message.
Yeah.
So you can also slide through them, which Brian just did.
Yeah.
So another tidbit is you'll notice the snake is red, and he's eating red fish. So he's happy. As long as you keep eating the same color fish that you are, you continue being happy. The neat thing about rainbow is you get lots of points while you're rainbowing, and the next fish you eat changes your color.
Oops.
Now, red fish are worth more than green fish or blue fish.
This is
and
correct.
There's 30 or 40 pixels on the right side of the screen that if you combo breaker.
I'm sorry.
If you launch fish from the far right side, Sean Richter, does that do anything?
Yeah, you get a tasty. So what'll happen is if I take a fish and then launch it from there, yeah,
Oh, what?
we get a
I didn't
tasty
know
right
that.
there.
And that's an homage to Toasty.
Yep, Mortal Kombat, which is one of my favorite games ever.
See, he didn't want to eat those.
If you throw a Drawn guy in as your username into Drawn 3, there's a Mortal Kombat reference featuring myself.
Which I didn't know until about 4 months after Drone 3 came out.
Is that drawing guy with an O?
Yes, that is DRO and GUY.
Yeah.
If entered correctly, you will hear me laugh. Or cackle.
That is quite the tip. Now you can see the rainbow snake starting to change. She was getting ready to change to green. Oh nice. What was your score? No, Brian only got 5.2 million. That's like 90 million off the pace, but that's cool.
We're demoing it, so.
Yeah. Now, so to reiterate, that's a good score.
Yeah.
You can get a good score, and you get a coin. And and another thing is, there's no inventory system. There is an inventory system. Ooh, go to the
I can't go down in the water.
visor.
Where am I
So
supposed
let's
to
check
go?
out that inventory system that we sort of have.
Yeah, so you use inventory automatically when you need to. So the game is not where do I use the coin. The game is getting the coin. And
Shiny and new, this 25-cent coin feels like it might be worth more, but it's not.
but it sure
But it
feels
sure
like it.
feels like it, because it's really big.
Yep.
That's a great coin.
Inventory.
And most arcade games take a quarter to play. We win a quarter.
Oh, that's pretty good. You didn't even need a quarter to play it.
I thought you were joking.
What?
When you were like, where do I go? Okay, Peter didn't know the dog was in the rocket.
No, we were just saying because he assumed the ladder climbing position when he wasn't on the ladder.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't see that.
It's just quirks.
I'm gonna.
We're a quirky team and we make quirky games.
That happened on film and on audio. That's unfortunate.
Aha, I bet it's going to empty it all the way.
Should we see?
What's nice about this is you can see the reaction or the effect on the level immediately, which is something that we couldn't have done, or we didn't do much of in the drawn games. You'd go, you'd flip a lever, you'd come back, the world would be changed.
Very special tag.
Oh yeah,
We had a lot of OMG moments in Tron where you saw what you did.
we have the two here.
Scruffy.
Oh, that's my dog.
Brian's dog when he was a kid.
Oh wow,
You didn't know? Come on, really?
Watch out for bombs.
So you didn't know there was a poster here?
I knew there was a poster here. I had to localize it.
In 10 different languages.
Yeah.
Let's go through this tunnel. Oh, there he goes. There's the dog catcher again.
We're hot on his heels.
Interesting.
Ah, the Hungry Skulls. This took probably 157 different iterations.
Almost as many as Rainbow Snake has.
So the interesting thing is it's another one of those puzzles that started off very simple. The initial idea was just a very, very simple mastermind puzzle. But I came back and said, can't we do something way more complicated?
Well, I wanted to do a Hungry Hippo.
And we did.
He kind of still has a
It
Hungry
used to be, this was
There was
blue, red,
Green.
yellow, orange.
Yeah, and there was a guy that had
Bomb helmet.
Yeah, he had a helmet and he'd eat bombs and
But-
it was
But
complicated.
now we have these wonderful two colors, and this is the control panel, the feeding station, if you will. And as far as why there's a feeding station, because this is what keeps people.
It's
yeah, and
surprising.
don't feed the skull. She actually says it.
I just realized it was blue and red.
So,
I thought they were
See,
just-
the coin was automatically used.
yep, very important for the inventory system.
That was a really difficult thing to decide on, is how that inventory would be used. And we decided to have this smart inventory system, and it worked out really well.
It,
This is just like you just tap the skulls and they go up and eat their right fish. Just don't eat the bombs. And
Hungry
you can
Hippo.
See the hungry skulls. You can see the numbers at the top. They'll keep going up unless you eat a bomb. If you eat a bomb, they'll go down.
Why a bomb?
They're, one of our previous versions, any bombs that got past you would make that tail very angry, and the tail
yeah.
would whip your skulls.
It's very challenging.
Oh, you win.
Bridge security system deactivated.
The sound of them shooting out of that, I wanted the sound that the when you used to go to the bank and you put checks in the tubes and you feed them in the machine, they go goonk.
They still have
goonk.
these tubes.
Oh, the pneumatic tube.
Yeah.
I don't ever go to the bank
At
anymore.
Costco.
But then Jacob...
Costco doesn't use them anymore, I don't think.
I did.
Yeah, but so Jacob, one of our incredibly talented compatriots on the Mr. Case Files team, he said use this sound effect, and it was from a grenade launcher, I think.
Yeah.
Like a
So
mortar or something, yeah.
launching fish.
Now I can cross the bridge.
What's a
And
big
who's
red
this?
eye?
Oh.
You notice he sounds like the polar bear from the Coca-Cola
Yeah.
commercials?
That's pretty good.